Though don't have a lot of people. Okay, yeah, we said we are going to take your question first. Monique, can you ask your question again, so we are going to wrap up with that, and then we'll go on to our main topic for the day. Quickly, please. Remind me your question.
It was about using the rectangular.
Monique, I'm waiting for you.
Hello, can you hear me, Coach?
I can hear you, but louder, please.
It was about when we use the rectangular format to use. What did you call them?
Okay.
In pricing. So it's because the rectangular, like it's a big block. So it was a bit confusing. What digits do you take?
Okay, to get the key price zone.
Yeah, to get the key price zone.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share my screen right now. Okay. Now, yeah, BTC is in 25K right now. Then you can see BNB in 329. A lot is happening today, very eventful day. I told you guys there are lots of zones where when you see the market, if you say, no, as a trader now, normally you want to get a buy order, possibly even around here. But for a reasonable person that is that wants to be fair, to make sure that you get your buy, you take it up a bit, maybe around here, just find maybe a balance, so you won't buy too low or too high. Understand? So, but normally, if you check all these places that you see a lot of buy and sell happening, a lot of price actions happening in at a particular price, you call that place a key price zone. Yeah. So that is why we sometimes use just a line to represent it, or we use this rectangular stuff here to show the key price zone. Key price zone is a zone, is not just one line. Sometimes the price might not even get deep it might just pick up the key price, your support, your prices might not fall down deep to the very point where it goes very low to the very bottom. It might just pick up back, like see what happened here now. It just picked up from the middle section now. Now we are going up. Anybody that says buy order at the very lower part of the key price zone might not get his order filled up. So that's why while we are setting up the key price zone, you have to be reasonable to know that sometimes you just pick up your buy order at the middle section and relax the middle like this. And you can see if somebody keeps his buy order around this middle, you're likely to get it filled. But sometimes you see why, that's why we set stop loss. It might go even below. And then, a trader will now set the stop loss that in case this thing goes far below this key price zone and goes deeper again, I'll sell off this trade because it might not hold. Prices might keep going too low. So that's just it. That's why this is a zone, not just one this thing. Sometimes we use those singular single stuff to show it, just so that you know the exact buy. Let's say I can decide to say my key price, my buy order will be something like this at this place, where I see the greatest number of reactions. I can just say yes. Let me put it here, and you see exactly the point that it happened. You can see. Let me show you something again. You can see my screen is rebooting. Stop. You can see this now. Okay, let me show you. You can see in this red one, you see where there's a sell. It stopped there. The next candle, there's a buy. It starts there. Three distinct reactions happening, all happening at the same area. 4, 5, 6. So most of them, they reacted there. Most of the candles, they stopped there. So that's something you have to look at and say, yes, this thing is a major point. But it doesn't mean all these other zones are not important. Sometimes the fall might go below that, but we consider this as one of the major points where reversals or to form a support. So that's how we get the key price. Is that clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
And now,
Okay.
Coach, what happens if you get the key price, and then you enter trade? Then after it moves up a bit, then again it falls immediately. So do you immediately?
It falls immediately. That's why you need to learn your candlesticks. There are sometimes manipulations happen in the market. Some kind of candle you see, you know that is a manipulation. It's not a real generic price. Some candles will just form a very quick one. Then you know that, man, that quick candle might be just one person's money. They just want to manipulate the market. But if you see a sustained movement that is moving and it has stayed some time, you know that money is not just one person's money. It's institutional funds. You get?
Yes, please.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes, I do understand.
So most of the time, you need to watch the candles. There are some shooting candles like that will just form. Boom, like some days ago, we saw BTC. Do you know that I think 3 days ago, so BTC got to 50K on Binance this thing, Binance futures. There was a flash pump to 50K. That is not real pump. If it's a real pump, what would that candle be? It will stay at least. That's why most of the time you see any TA class, you see they'll tell you you wait for confirmation. Confirmation is going to, let's see if that pump can stay and sustain for the next 4 hours. Let's see if it's going to be able to stay for the next 4 hours. Let's wait for 1 day and be sure that that money that is holding the BTC upwards, when there are buyers and sellers that would react on it, will it be able to stay? Like the way BTC is behaving right now, look at it now. It has gone beyond the, what do they call it? The resistance. Is trying to go completely beyond the resistance. And if it can stay there for the next 4 hours, everybody is expecting what? A move upward to the next key price zone. You get? Everybody will be expecting a move upwards to the next key price zone, which is around this area. So that is it. But if the candle doesn't, if by the time it stays here and do 25K before the day closes, then the whole thing now went below this key price zone and started strolling under 24K. You'll be expecting a downward movement. Maybe to go and touch another key price zone, which is around this area. Or maybe there's another key price zone around here too. So most of the time, all the prices, they always go towards the next key price zone, either upwards or downwards. Hope you understand what I mean.
Yes, we do understand, Coach.
Okay.
Coach,
hope it's not so difficult.
Please come again with the explanation, Coach.
Who is talking? Let me know.
Please, can you come again with the last explanation?
Chukwuemeka, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I said then, the last explanation as per the movement.
Yes, the movements when it's above the resistance and the support, it goes up and it goes down.
Hope everybody know what resistance and support is. If you know, say yes. I want to hear everybody's voice.
Yes.
Yes,
If
sir.
you
Yes,
know
sir.
what resistance and support is, say yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Lucia, I've not heard your voice. Lucia, say something. I'm not hearing Lucia. Are you here? I don't want this to be a thing of few people. So when we get to the class, everybody will be following up. Lucia, you are not saying anything. Sharon, did you understand? You see, everywhere is quiet. If you don't understand, or you ask your question. For Sharon, what is your answer? Do you understand what you've been saying here?
I don't understand, sir.
Talk. It's your money. You don't understand what? There's no bad question. So what don't you understand, Sharon? From the beginning. It's no longer my fault. If I ask you, you can't say anything. It's not my fault. I'll move to the next person. So you can be playing with your foot. Sibosikwe, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay, Helen, do you understand?
Yes, I do understand, Coach.
Good. Gasco, do you understand?
I just joined, so I didn't know what the question they asked. I just joined.
Okay, so let's join in.
Just joined.
Veliswa and Socrates. I don't know. If you have questions, make sure you're asking them. Don't waste your time here. So,
Sir, I don't understand support and resistance very well.
simple. You don't understand support and resistance, we go over it. It's simple because by the time we are getting above this time now, I know what my next teachers will do. They are simply fast, and they're going to be taking you with many indicators, how many trades you do, they'll be hitting the point straight to the. If you don't get this simple, I'm always like quiet that if we go out, take it slowly with you. But when you get to that point and they are rushing and blowing you with plenty facts and information, if you can't follow somebody that is walking, I wonder how you follow people that will be running. So be ready. Okay, so support and resistance. I told you guys, support and resistance is your support is the base, the price, the key price zone that is below your current price. A key price zone that is below your current price is called your support. Like you can see this very region here. You can see this very region here that we use rectangle to show. That is the support. And look at what happened. By the time price went up and up and up here, when price fell, it was attracted to the next key price zone. So traders always buy from what support and do what they sell at resistance. So you get the point, right? So the matter of fact, in this trade right now, we are on the top key price zone right now. And then you can see what is happening here now. BTC has been battling with the resistance here, which is the next key price zone. We can use rectangle. We can use rectangle to pick it, or for somebody that wants to just set his price, you can just use this thing and set this line to this price. I can say, for teaching purpose, I can say my key price zone, let it be this zone, because it's not just one price that is key price zone. You can say let it be all this section. Somebody that wants to be, these things are not rocket science. You can see how I'm drawing it. You are using, TA is using of past this thing, price action to predict the future. That is what this thing TA is using of previous price action, use it to predict the future. You can see what is happening here. You can see what is happening here. All these zones now, you can call it key price zone. we got above it, but it was not sustained. So we can't say right now that BTC is going upward. If BTC goes above this price zone now and stayed there for maybe 4 hours, we'll be sure that price will keep rise zone, which is around this area. Hope you understand.
Yeah, we understand, Coach.
Yeah, to be conservative, can say this to be the next, or let's say this. Let's take this side to be very conservative, so we don't sell too late. So that's just it. So this from if price now goes up now, you can call this the one resistance, but the key price zone that is below your current price is called your support. Is that clear?
No, it's not clear. It's not very clear.
Okay.
Coach.
Socrates, who is saying it's not clear? Let me know.
Yeah, so I have a question.
All right, Socrates, go on with your question.
Okay, so on this key zone on the resistance that you drew the line, there's a sharp candle that just went up and returned. It's like a stop hunt candle. So how can you solve that problem? Because sometimes you can put a stop loss there, price come and hit and then return and go down.
Okay. Yeah, there are indicators sometimes that are used. You can decide to keep your stop loss at the top. And then the evil people will now send one candle that will go up and go and touch your stop loss and then go down again. So that's why most of the time we don't there are indicators that you so that it doesn't really touch your stop loss most of the time. There's one indicator. I'll drop that indicator later. It's just something that will help you put your stop loss. But trading is risky, especially when you want to do the futures area. The future area is risky. So you have to be careful and then be able to factor in your risk into it, because there's no 100% for somebody that is on futures. You have to factor in your risk so that it doesn't, no matter what happens, no matter the spike, it's not going to just wipe out your account. You're going to be able to back it up to the point that you will be able to sustain your trade. So that's just it. But normally those things, so that's just it. Hope we now know what support and resistance is. Yeah, go on with your question. Now we have 10 minutes to go. That is when everybody is around. Oh, yeah, go on.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah. My question is, there's a little bit that's confusing me. I just want to, what is it, based on this candlestick, when is it the best time for one to exit the market? Is it when the price is going up or when the price is going down, sir?
As in the best time for you to enter the market?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't worry, we're going to talk about entries now. That's even what I'm supposed to teach today, but the questions you guys are asking are still very basic. We need to touch those things. The next thing now is trends. I said we're going to talk about trends today. And then the trends now, I've not even talked about it. And then look at, people are still asking what is support and what is resistance. It doesn't really make. So, number one thing about trend is you need to know, when something happens once, it happen again. The next thing you look, you say, this thing is like, it's becoming a trend. You begin to plan how to make use of that trend. That is how this financial market is. When you see the market forming, I see a market forming like this. Let's say, see these candles here. Let's say price went down. Then when everybody trading will be waiting for what? Reversal. We're all looking for reversal, or we're looking to follow the trend. But we need to be sure that what is happening is a trend, so that we'll be able to make use of the trend. Anybody in crypto or in even forex, the one special thing they are looking for is they want to know a trend, so they'll be able to follow it and make profit from it. If you are somebody that sells rice, now what you'll be looking at for is, where does buyers and sellers, where do they meet? Okay, you go to a market, a known market, maybe in your big city, maybe Lagos or wherever. You go there and go and buy the item, and then you go to another local market and go and sell at a higher rate. That alone is a trend. That alone is a trend. Anybody that identifies that trend on time makes money quickly. So that is exactly what happens in crypto. When there is a reversal now, I always try my best to make sure people understand this thing because all these things you are seeing candles here and there. Make sure you know how to explain it in physical terms, because all these things are human emotions and human money that is working here. So that as you are knowing the macroeconomic factors that is happening, you'll be able to easily just know when to snap into any trade. If you don't know, if you are just looking at these things like just ordinary candles, you are going to end up running on rules that sometimes it might not work because you are not marrying it with physical factors. Trends now happen like this. When you read that candlestick now, you find out that candlestick made easy, the book, you find out that when you have a candle, when you have a lower low, then the lower high one, lower high two. Once, okay, sorry, I'm making a mistake here. I think this should be lower high. When you have your lower low 1, lower low 2 formed, and then you have a lower high 1 and lower high 2 formed in the candle. The next thing you need to do is to find a supporting candle, then you enter into the trade. That is how a trend, once that is formed, let's say you see a trend is something like this. Let me use my own drawing because sometimes you might not understand it. When you see something forming like this, it means we are on an uptrend. When it's forming like this, when your candles are forming like this, it means you are on a downward trend. But then now, when you see it forming now like this, it's going higher and higher and higher. It might not form straight the way in a regular form, the way I've drawn it, but then it formed like that, which is representing something like this now. Maybe we are falling down to this point, and then let's say this is your lowest point. You call this place lower low 1. Then the next one is called lower low 2. So the next thing you see is you are looking to identify a trend. Once you see higher high 1 formed here and higher high 2 formed, the next thing you do is you have confirmed that this thing has happened once and 2 times. The next thing you do is to find a supporting candle and then enter your trade from here. That is how to get into the market quickly, and then you are able to enjoy the rest of the pump. That is what traders do. So this can be replicated in this our trade here now. You can see 15K for, I call it lower low 1. It went to this point again. You have established higher high 1 here. And then it happened again. And remember, when you are forming a trend like this, when you are trying to identify a trend, if this trend go up like this and then goes below the previous low, is no longer a trend though. Put that in your mind. It goes below the previous low, is no longer a trend. You wait again and start looking out for a trend again. So that is how it is done. But for this one here is a regular trend and it's done on the weekly, so it's a big trend. 15K formed, it went here and formed 15K again. We are now sure that this thing is looking like it's going to go